Hello grade 4. Today we have a new lesson 2 and 3. Today we are going to talk about past simple tense and how to make a sentence using past simple tense. But first look at these examples. The first example, I played tennis yesterday. I played tennis yesterday. Example number 2, they went to Alex 2 weeks ago. They went to Alex 2 weeks ago. As you know, to make a sentence, we start with the subject. And the first sentence, the subject here is I. And the second one, they. So we start the sentence using the subject here, I, and they. And any subject, he, she, it, we, you, they, or any plural noun or any singular noun. Then followed by the verb, as you know. But today we are talking about past simple tense. So the verb here, played. We added ed to play. So we said I played tennis. And sentence number 2, they went. The past tense and the past form of go, went. So we said they went to Alex 2 weeks ago. Look at the form. We start with the subject, then followed by the second form of the verb. So the question here, what is the second form of the verb? And to answer this question, we have to divide the list of verbs to regular verbs and irregular verbs, as you see. Again, regular verbs and irregular verbs. Let's start with the regular verbs list. The first verb is want, and the past form of the second form, wanted, love, loved, study, studied, stayed. Look at the first verb, want. We add ed to want, so we said wanted. So the second form of want, wanted. Verb number 2, love, loved. Love, as you know, ends with e, but here we added just d, so we said loved. Look at the verb study, and the second form of study is studied. Study ends with y, and before y we have consonant sound is d, so we turn y to I and we add ed, so we said studied. We turn y to I and we add ed, so y turns to ied. And the last verb, stay. We turn stay, or the second form of stay is stayed. Here we have stay ends with y, but before y we have a vowel sound like a, I, e, o, u. At the verb stay we have a sound. So if the verb ends with y and before y we have vowel sound, we don't turn y to I, but it stayed as it. So we say stayed, y-e-d. And look at the irregular verbs list. Eat, ate. Keep, kept. Run, ran. Drink, drank. As you know, irregular verbs, we must keep it by heart. So we eat, ate, we keep, we kept, we run, we ran, we drink, we drank. Look at the usage of past simple tense. We use past simple tense with actions started and finished at a definite time in the past. Something happened in the past, started and finished in the past. And we use past simple tense when we tell a story in the past. or states and actions in the past. So these are the usage of past simple tense. Actions started and finished at a definite time in the past. When we tell a story in the past, states and actions. And look at the negative form. We add not to did, and it will be did not or didn't. Again, we add not to did, and it will be did not or didn't. Look at the first example. She did not enjoy the concert. She did not enjoy the concert, or she didn't enjoy the concert. Example number 2. They did not drink coffee, or they didn't drink coffee. Again, she did not enjoy the concert. They did not drink coffee. So, to make a negative form in past simple tense, we add not to did. We add not to did. And the form is did not or didn't. And according to be and have, past simple of verb to be. How to make a sentence using verb to be in past simple. First, we have these subjects: I, he, she, it, and any singular noun followed by was. So we say I was, he was, she was, it was, a boy was, a girl was. And look at these subjects: you, we, they, and any plural noun. You were, we were, they were, the boys or the girls were. So we said I was, he was, she was, it was, you were, we were, they were. Look at these examples. I was happy yesterday. I was happy yesterday. He was in Alex last week. He was in Alex last week. At the first example, we used was because here we have the subject I. So we said I was happy. The second sentence, he was. He was. We used was because here we have the subject he. So we say he was in Alex last week. It was under the bed. It was under the bed. They were at school. They were at school. They followed by were. So we said they were at school. Again, I was, he was, she was, it was, you were, we were, they were. And according to have, past simple of verb to have. Look at these examples. The first example, we had a concert at our school. We had a concert at our school. She had a nice time. She had a nice time. He had a party last week. He had a party last week. They had a nice time yesterday. They had a nice time yesterday. Look at the first sentence. We said we had a concert. So the second form of have, had. We had a concert at our school. And number 2, she had a nice time. She had a nice time. The second form of has, had is had. She had a nice time. She had a nice time. And the same thing with he had a party. They had a nice time. So the second form of have and has is had. We had, she had, he had, they had. Let's end with keywords. Yesterday, yesterday, last night, last night, last week, 2 days ago, 2 days ago, or 2 weeks ago. Again, yesterday, last night, last week, 2 weeks ago. These words can go at the beginning or the end of sentences. Again, these words can go at the beginning or the end of sentences. For example, we had a concert last week. We had a concert last week. We end the sentence with last week at the end of sentence. Last night I played the drums. At this example, we start with last night. So we can use these keywords at the beginning or at the end of the sentence. Again, we had a concert last week. Last night I played the drums. Let's do some exercise on past simple tense. The first one, rewrite the following sentences. Rewrite the following sentences. Question number 1, we have a concert every day. We have a concert every day. Use a year ago. As you know, a year ago is a keyword of past simple tense. So we say we, and the past form of have is had. So we say we had. We had a concert a year ago. Again, we had a concert a year ago. Question number 2. They are in the cinema. They are in the cinema. Use yesterday. Yesterday started with Y, and Y here is capital, not small. So we start with yesterday. Yesterday, they. The past form of are were. So the answer, yesterday they were in the cinema. Again, yesterday they were in the cinema. Yesterday they were in the cinema. Question number 3. She is at home now. She is at home now. Use yesterday. The same thing. Yesterday start with Y, and here we have Y is capital. So we start with yesterday. Yesterday, she, the past form of is was. She was at home. And we delete now because now is a present continuous keyword. So the answer is yesterday she was at home. Question number 4. Today is her birthday. Use last week. Today is her birthday. So we start with last week. Last week. Because last L is capital. So we start the sentence using last week. Last week was her birthday. As you know, the past form or the second form of is was. Last week was her birthday. Question number 5. Let's move to question number 5. He has dinner at a restaurant. Use yesterday. Again, he has dinner at a restaurant. Use yesterday. So we start with he because yesterday Y here is not a capital, it's a small. So we have to start with the subject he. He, and the past form of has had. He had dinner at a restaurant yesterday. Again, the answer is he had dinner at a restaurant yesterday. Question number 6. She walks to school every day. She walks to school every day. Use last week. Last week here, L is not capital, it's a small. So we start with subject she. And the past form of walk, walked. It's regular. She walked. She walked to school last week. The answer again. She walked to school last week. We started with she, then followed by the second form of walks is walked. Walked. She walked to school last week. Question number 7. We are happy now. We are happy now. Use yesterday. We start with we. The past form or the second form of are were. Were. We were happy yesterday. So the answer is we were happy yesterday. Thanks for listening and see you next time inshallah.